everybody, welcome to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and here on my YouTube channel in this video, this is going to be part one of, say, a three-part series of videos on how to fix a problematic vocal track in your mix. Now, this segment of video that you're going to watch right after this little intro comes directly from my live mixing series live streams that I do on YouTube, and I've been doing them once a week now for several months. If you don't know what the live mixing series is, you can look at the graphics that are coming up on your screen. You can go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, check out the live mixing series. They're very, very, very cool. I think you'll really enjoy them. Anyway, this week we were working on a lead vocal and fixing some problematic areas, and I was showing you some different techniques on how you can take a vocal that really wasn't recorded very well, or maybe has the wrong kind of microphone choice when it was recorded, and try to get it to sit in the mix as best as possible. So we're going to do that in this video. Again, this is only one part. Stay on the lookout for parts 2 and 3. You'll see these next 3 videos. We'll talk all about this, so I hope you enjoy it. Before we get to that, if you like what you see in this video, please hit that subscribe button. Also, go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and get your 5 free mixing training courses worth about $120. I'm giving you 5 free courses just for going to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. And again, if you want to learn the craft of mixing in a very non-technical way, make sure you check out mixingmadeeasy.net. And also, again, go to Home Recording Made Easy, check out the live mixing series. So now here is part 1 of the live mixing series where we talk about fixing a bad or poorly recorded vocal. Enjoy. And this is one of the reasons why I have in all these plugins, although I have way too many. And we've talked about this before, where why do you have 15 different compressors? Why do you have 30 different equalizers? This is why. It's because not every compressor is created equal, and they all do things aside from compression, because we haven't talked about the amount of compression yet in this conversation. What have I been talking about this entire time? People in the chat that have been following me for a while, the word ought to come. There's a magic word that we should be taught when I'm talking about this whole time. It's not about compression. What is it about? Please, somebody tell me what it is, because you guys, I know you guys are always paying attention when I'm talking to you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm waiting for someone in the chat to chime in. All right. So we're going to go to Pultec. We'll go back to Waves because I have the Waves Pultec, the Jack Joseph Puig Pultec somewhere. Here it is. Okay, now again, we're going with a Pultec because it's got tubes in it. And the Pultec is one of those EQs that no matter what you put through it, it sounds good. How about that? It's hard to make it sound bad. But you never know, there's always a first, so we're gonna try. So I'm gonna get up here at around 12, 16K, and I'm gonna bring in a little bit there just to see what happens. Hey, Steve's got it. Tone. That a boy, Steve. See? Tone. We're not talking about compression anymore. I'm trying to shape the tone using compression. Good job, man. Let's let it loop around.
Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right, where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
Too much.
I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace, to grab those tears from your face, darling.
Let it loop around. We're off right now.
Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right, where all that came with time.
Before?
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
Better.
I'll take this blue stepping over my face.
Okay, we're getting there. Now, if I'm just going to bypass every plugin on this track so you can hear where did we start. This is a raw vocal track.
Even though I never stand by your side,
I'll turn it up so you hear a little better.
I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
There's the processing.
Where all that came with time.
Okay, so we're a lot closer to where we were, where it started from. But I still feel like there's this mid-range thing happening that's driving me crazy. And so we've thrown all our tools at it. I'm going to go back to trying to do something simple with this and see, can we just get rid of that hollowness? Now, we might not be able to. Again, if that was the wrong mic for this singer, and I think it is without a doubt, it shouldn't need this much processing. Then it's the wrong mic in my mind. Okay, so but we're going to try. I'm just going to put a simple EQ at the very end now. We're going to use the fab filter. And we're going to try to fish around for that nastiness and see how much of it we can get rid of.
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face, darling.
So they come around again.
Even though I know I never asked how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right. Where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face, darling. Even though I never stand by your side.
Okay, that's bypassed.
I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Okay, can you guys hear the difference over YouTube? Because it's a little subtle, but it absolutely works. Absolutely works. Okay, so I'm going to bypass this now. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to let him go through the first 2 or 3 phrases, and then I'll turn it on. And you'll start to hear that the hollowness. It feels like it's right here in the bottom of his throat. It tends to go away a little bit better.
Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how your day went by.
Okay, here we go.
I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Much better.
Where all that came with time.
Okay, much better. So what did we do? 705 hertz minus 3.5 dB. Little over 2K, almost 3 dB, 2.5 dB. Okay, shaping it a little more. Okay, so
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace.
Now what I would do, and we won't do it through the whole song, is now what I would do, because I've had to bring so much top end into this thing to get it to open up, we have somewhat of a sibilance problem. Now I could throw a de-esser on there, but I'm not a big fan of de-essers because a de-esser is going to be hard to capture everything I want to capture without now taking everything that we just did to bring in the air, and it's going to flatten it and it's going to sound very flat. So what I would do, or what we're going to do, at least for this first section, is we're going to listen to each.
Even though I never stand by your side.
So you've seen me manually de-ess before, and if you haven't, I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's our lead vocal. Okay. When you zoom out, it just looks like a big blob of audio, right? When you zoom in, you can see where the audio breaks apart on either side of the S. That little blob, I call it a football, just because that's what I call it, is the S. So I'm going to cut on either side of that. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take it down about 4 or 5 dB. That's typically where it is. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. That's pretty much where it is. So now listen to it.
your side.
where before was.
Your side.
Okay, so it's very, very subtle. You don't want it to sound unnatural, right? And then I'll go listen to the next section.
I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make.
That's right there. And this is only because we put a lot of processing on this. And so now it's taking what wasn't in a raw recording, really wasn't an issue, and now makes those S's a little bit more obvious.
I wouldn't know how to make.
So this one's 7 dB.
I wouldn't know how to make it.
Okay, much, much better. And I would go through every line like this.
Where all that came with time.
Even right there. And you can see it as soon as you hear it, you open up the audio and you can see where the problem is. Now again, you can use a de-esser to do this.
Where all that came with time.
Okay, but I like doing it this way. It takes longer, but it's more accurate.
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. Back someday.
We'll leave that alone.
I'll take this blue step and no. I'll take this blue.
It's all over the place, right? Split apart the audio, and there it is. Lower that down. Lower that down.
Take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the. I'm just trying.
I'm just. Oop.
I'm just.
Right there. Everybody got it, right? You've seen me do this before, or maybe you haven't.
I'm just trying to pick up the pace.
Pace. Right there. Okay. Yes, and this could take, on a lead vocal, could take 30, 40 minutes, an hour. But
I'm just trying to pick up the pace.
Even that's still a little much. So we can do it even more than that. And this will really help. Oh, what the heck did I do there? Command Z.
I'm just trying to pick up the pace. To grab those tears from your face.
Your face. All right, so then once I would do that through the entire song, which we're not going to do, you guys get the idea. All right, so now once I have all these little cuts throughout all the audio, we would just take this and I would just highlight this and I would just do Command B, bounce it to one block of audio, and then call it a day. And that's going to help, okay?
Even though I never stand by your side,
still a little annoying.
I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Okay, it's better, but I would still, if this was a client project and we weren't in the middle of a tutorial, I'd spend another 30 minutes working on those 4 lines and I would get them just right. Okay, now the other thing you can do, just to show you, because there is still a little bit of a problem, you can use a de-esser. Now here's the thing. I've used lots of de-essers by lots of different companies. Most of them are horrible. There's a couple of them that I like. I like the FabFilter de-esser, which seems to be really good, the Pro DS. I've used 10 of them over the years. Most of them don't really work all that well. This one's pretty good. Where you can, let's see, set this to a male wideband, and that's going to give us our band, and we can adjust this.
Where all that came with time.
So what I like about this is you can see in the yellow there the highlights where it actually clamps down on the S's.
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
And you can turn this is our threshold here.
I'll take this blue stepping over my face.
So you can see over here in the red, that's the reduction of the S, okay? So the more, it's like a compressor, because that's what it is. It's a compressor of a very specific range of frequencies.
I'm just trying to pick up the pace. To grab those tears from your face, darling.
Okay, that helps. You can see, and then you can set the range. How much do you want to lower that? So we can lower it 6 or 7 dB. Like I went in there and cut it out and lowered it at 6 or 7 dB. You can set that here as well.
I never ask how your day went by.
Before,
I wouldn't know how to make it right.
but here's the thing about a de-esser, and this de-esser does it really well, but I can still hear it. With a vocal like this, that's a little, like I said, a little dark, needs some air. Even when this thing is not squashing, it tends to warm up and darken up the sound just a little bit. So just by turning this plugin on and off, even when it's not de-essing and the audio is just passing through because it doesn't hear an S, it still gets a little darker sounding. And when you have a vocal that already is too dark to begin with, that's one of the reasons why de-essers, I'm not a big fan of them, especially if the whole song's got a problem. If it's just 1 or 2 little spots, you can throw it on there, is because all the openness that we just achieved by the compressors and all these EQs stacked on top of each other, we can lose 50% of that just by putting a de-esser on there, right? That's why I would rather go in and manually de-ess. But I want to show you another way to do it.
Where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face, darling.
Okay, so that's another way to do it. So if you don't have a good de-esser, you know, there's lots, you can go demo a bunch of them. This one I recommend, the Pro DS by FabFilter. Also, I think Slate Digital makes one. I forget what the hell the name of it is. They have a good one too. But most of the ones that I've used on the market, especially ones, stock plugins like the Cubase one, the Pro Tools ones are horrible, I think. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so this is our lead vocal now. So again, is it perfect? No, because we don't have a great recorded vocal. You know, remember we always say, get it right at the source. You got to have a good recording. When you don't have a great recording, these are some of the challenges that you got to know when to stop, because we could put plugin after plugin after plugin after plugin, and we can take this thing down in a whole different direction, which will make it worse than what we started. So sometimes if you don't have the ability to go back and re-record the vocal, in this case we do not, you're going to have to settle. So now, because I'm still not thrilled with it, but I like it a lot better than what we started with, what else would I do here? Well, what I would probably end up doing is I would just end up tucking this volume. Like, remember I said this vocal should sit right up here and it should be on top of the mix, this kind of music. But this vocal doesn't sound that great. So I would probably tuck the volume down a little bit. And I wouldn't bury it, but I would sit it in the pocket more like a hard rock vocal as opposed to an R&B vocal. Because I don't want to put the sore thumb right out in front where everybody can hear it. I want to kind of bring it in.
Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right. Where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face, darling.
Now, one other thing that we can do, and then we'll end this tutorial this week. Next week, we'll do the rest of the vocals, because this vocal, I wanted to spend time on this because I feel like, you know, I have something that I can offer you in this that we don't see every single time. But what we can now do, we need a little bit more air. We need a little bit more clarity. This is where we can use reverb and delay in a very subtle way. And we got to be careful because we don't want this vocal to stick out too much more. We got to put some space around this thing. So we're going to use a delay into my 3 reverb type of a trick. Okay, basically what we do is we're going to send this lead vocal into a delay first, which I'm going to use the Sound Toys Echo Boy. Why? Because I just like it. You can use any delay. But I'm using this delay with the Studer tape preset tweaked because, again, it's warm. Tape is going to sound warm. It's not going to be brittle, okay? And we're not going to hit it very much with a lot of delay. So we're going to send this to a delay. pre-fader, and we're going to do 0 dB. Let's see what this sounds like if we bring a little delay. Got to let it loop around.
Even though I never stand
Bring it down.
by your side, I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Okay. Then we're going to bring it into a reverb. We're going to bring it into a small room, which honestly, I'm not going to do that because that small room is going to add the hollowness that I want to get rid of. We're going to bypass. We're going to go to a plate. Okay. We're going to call an audible on that one. We're going to go to a plate. Okay. We're going to go 2 reverbs. This one I'm using Abbey Road just to stick with waves. I don't even know if this is a good choice for this. We're going to find out in a minute. I may go to a Universal Audio one. I think I picked the preset vocal plate. Let's just see what it sounds like. Because why not? Right?
Where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
Okay, I just want to enhance the delay a little bit with this reverb.
I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face, darling.
Okay, so I add a little bit of high-end treble to this reverb, which I don't typically do, but again, in the spirit of trying to counterbalance that mid-range issue, what looks to be a couple of dB, it tends to sweeten it up a little, I think.
Even though I never stand by your side,
Turn up more.
I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Okay, so giving it a little bit more treble on that reverb. Okay, now we're going to go to a hall reverb. And for this one, I'm using, I think, the reverb, the Reverb Classics. What is it called? The Slate Digital one. Hold on here. Let's see. Pre-fader. This one here. Verb Suites Classics. Using a hall. Okay, let's see what that does.
Where all that came.
Yeah, well, that's way much. Hold on. We don't want to do that. Why the hell did that get so loud? What did I do there? Did I do? Oh, I turned up the. Sorry.
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
What am I doing here?
I'll take this blue stepping over my face.
Sorry, getting a little crazy with the trackball. My fault.
I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears.
Okay, so we're going to try to accentuate that a little bit.
From your face, darling. Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how.
Okay, so the hall is giving us, again, a little more space around the plate in the delay. Now I feel like the plate's got a little too much of that high end, so I'm going to pull this back now that I added the hall.
How your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right.
Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this other track here with the room, because I don't think we need it.
Where all that came with time.
Okay, here's no delay, no reverb.
I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday.
Here's with it.
I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace to grab those tears from your face.
Okay, so that's helping a little bit. But again, I want to be careful because I don't want to get too bright sounding. Okay, so this is an example where, again, now if I was mixing this for a client, I would spend even a lot more time on this, trying to, I would be tweaking this a little more. But this is about, we're not going to get a whole lot better than this.
Even though I never stand by your side, ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right. Where all that came with time. I'm leaving, but I'll be back someday. I'll take this blue stepping over my face. I'm just trying to pick up the pace.
Okay, so just a reminder, this is where we started with no processing, no sends, no compression, no reverb, no nothing. This is what we had to work with.
Even though I never stand by your side, I never ask how your day went by. I wouldn't know how to make it right. Where all that came with time.
Okay, and there's our lead vocal. So then what we'll do next week is we'll work on the lead vocal double, which is just really the last line of the second chorus, or yeah. And then we'll do the background vocals, which will be pretty quick. And then we'll finish up this mix right before the holiday. But I wanted to spend some time on the lead vocal because this one is problematic. So this is a great one for you guys when you get the opportunity to get the course. You may want to get this one and play with this one because this one will give you some time to experiment, work with different types of plugins, take what I did, use your own plugins, come up with some different ideas and see, can you get that vocal to sit where you want it to sit, right? Ultimately, I would have recorded it with a different microphone. It's the wrong microphone for that vocalist, I think. But hey, that's just me. So I hope you found that helpful and you found somewhat informative. Again, I think it was a good learning session this time around. So let's go